Okay, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, I had some technical difficulties. I had to put the countdown back on because I forgot my rock. I had to go run and grab my rock. So hopefully we are working well. We're kind of in a different setup. I think I'm looking like a vertical video today. I guess that's accidental, but let's put this rock in here. Good morning, Tina and Tabitha. It's been since April. I haven't done a live stream since April. I did not realize how much time had passed. Accidental. It just got so busy. Good morning. So today, clearly I am having technical difficulties because we're looking vertical instead of sideways, but you know what? We're all here and we're going to have some fun. So morning to everyone. Oh, good. We've got 11 people. That's a good showing for us. And so one of the things I thought I would try today, because I haven't tried these yet, is you may or may not know that there's a channel. Oh, perfect. Good morning, Kimberly. Good to know. I have a channel membership that I created mostly just to kind of allow for some extra interaction. There's two levels of it. There's a really affordable level that does like extra, there's like custom emojis that you can reply to comments with, but then the higher level, they get a traceable every month. And so this is this month's traceable, and I've never done one of my own traceables. I create them, but I've never done one. So I kind of like this little pumpkin thing. So I don't think the writing is going to fit on my rock, but I want the pumpkin spice latte thing of it. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm just going to cut this out. Everybody's given access to these via a link to download it from Google Drive every month. And so that's what I did. And I just printed it out on my printer. You could print it out at a local library, or you could take it to, local library or like a Kinko's, or does Kinko's even exist anymore? I think it's FedEx now. I think my carbon paper is a little bit too big, but basically what I do is trace these on. And this is just a good way if you're feeling, oh, David, so good to see you. David's one of our original members in this group. He joined the membership first. He was the very first member, so I'm grateful for him. So this is a really good way to get designs onto something. I'm actually going to switch this way because this looks like it would stand up better this way if you were going to hide it. It's a good way to get an outline on something. If you don't feel confident in freehanding things, tracing stuff on with carbon paper is a great way. So you could print something out. You could even create it or line it out on paper first, and then trace it on so that it's not as nerve-wracking to get it on there. And then I'm just using, this is skinny washi tape that I got off Amazon, and I use that to kind of secure it down so that the carbon paper doesn't move when I start tracing it onto the rock. And it's good. It's kind of reminds me of masking tape because it comes off really easily. It doesn't leave a lot of goo or stickiness or anything like that. So I just use that to kind of secure my stuff down here. I'm so baffled about how this came out vertical, but it looks like it might be clearer than it's been in the past. Like there's better resolution. So yay for that, I guess. Or I'm just crooked and got everything on here crooked today. I'm going to put one more piece up here because it's just a little bubbly right there. And then usually what I will do is just take a regular number 2 pencil. You could also use a dotting tool. And I just trace over the design. And you do put kind of a fair amount of pressure because you want to have the carbon paper actually transfer onto the rock. And sometimes with a darker rock, it's harder to see it. These, I think they show up pretty well because you can see it's a pretty light colored rock. So it should show up nicely for us. But this is a little bubbly too, but let's get the bottom of our cup on there. And even if it's not perfect, you can kind of adjust it once you start to go, filling in colors and whatnot. Doesn't have to be super perfect. This is just to give you a guide. Kind of creates your own coloring book, so to speak, on a rock, right? Which is nice. And straight lines are always nice. So how has everyone been? It has been so long, and I am so sorry. The summer just got so busy. It got away from me. Like I didn't even realize it had been this long since we live streamed, and my newsletter didn't go out for several months, and it just slipped my mind, I guess. I had a busy life. Kimberly says she likes to travel with a pencil because you lose your place sometimes. Yes, that does. Travel or trace, maybe you meant. Either way, you can travel with a pencil. I know it came up the last time I did this, how some people like mechanical pencils, and I love mechanical pencils for, yep, you did mean trace. Hi, Terry. Excuse me, froggy throat. Some people like mechanical pencils, and I love mechanical pencils for paper. But on this, I push too hard, and I break the lead, so it's not as useful. Let's see. Going around the curves here. But the number 2 pencil you can push pretty hard with, and also a dotting tool. If you've got kind of a thin-tipped dotting tool, that also works really well. You do want to make sure that the tracing paper, I forgot to mention this, is shiny side down. That's where the carbon is. Let's see, cinnamon sticks here. Let's get them on there. But so anyways, yes, everybody that's in the membership, the Rockstar version of the membership, gets a traceable once a month. You get one of these that has multiple designs. So it's like this, and it fills up multiple designs. They're usually kind of seasonal for the month, I guess, whatever season is in, whether it's summer or Halloween or holidays or whatever. And I'm going to see if I can manage my technical difficulties, if I can gift a membership during the live stream, since we've got a good crowd here, and it'd be cool to gift. I think it gifts a 1-month membership. I can gift you. And then you get a 1-month trial where there's members only posts. I haven't done members only videos yet. That's a thought. I'm just having trouble keeping up with my life as it is. So, but that's an option in there, is members only content, basically. Okay, so I think, I didn't do the sprinkles. Let's do the sprinkles. Although we're probably going to fill this in, so the sprinkles are probably not as necessary because this is going to get filled in with white first. So I'm going to stop doing that. Let's go ahead and peel the washi tape off, and you can see it comes off so super easy. I love this stuff. This is also fun to make designs, like if you put this down on a rock and then color or paint over it, and then you pull the tape up and it leaves the line of either the rock or whatever color you had underneath exposed, which is cool. I forgot to ask if you guys can hear me okay, but I'm guessing you can because you're responding in the comments. All right, let's see how this. Okay, so it's pretty light, but it did give me a guide. So you can see pretty light, but it's there. And so if it's too light, what you can do is kind of look at this and then just kind of, let's fill it in a little bit to make it a little more. Here's what I need to do. Right. Let's see. This extends a little bit more. That, just so you guys can see it better too. I think I'm gonna be okay here, but my little goes. Wait, where did my little? We'll do this. Kind of make our own. So there's our pumpkin spice. Oh, and the pumpkin too. Yes, we should get that guy in there. Like that. Little Okay. Okay. Good question. Let's see. So Tabby's asking if I can do an updated resin video, or do you use a type that you only use on 1 or 2 rocks? So what kind are you using? So I have 2 resin videos. I could stand to redo the first one on art resin because I think it was from the first year of the channel. And so the quality of it is not my favorite. So I could probably stand to redo it, but I also have one on the UV resin, which is, I think, what you're referring to when you're only doing 1 or 2 rocks, because it cures with UV light. So it's funny, I was just thinking about making a vertical video last night, that if I have the UV light, like the nail light that you use at the nail salon, and some people, that's how they cure them. But most of the time when I use the UV resin, I take it outside and put it in the sun. And if I didn't do that, I don't know if I would use the UV resin that much, because putting it in and out of the nail light is very time consuming, but it does cure faster than the art resin. So it's kind of a decision. So I think it's probably a good idea. I like your idea about redoing it and maybe combining the 2 into one video to where you can see the pros and cons of both, or maybe doing like a sealer video, because there's other stuff. There's the brush on, there's the spray sealers, there's different options. So thank you for the suggestion. I will add that to my list. Oh, thanks, David. I do enjoy the membership. And I think the group that gets these traceables, there's also a private Facebook group, and it's not super active, which just means it's maybe not the best perk to have as a membership, but it's kind of cool to have. But these traceables, I think, are neat. I've gone back and forth of thinking about offering them on like Etsy and selling them, but I don't know if I want to go into that realm. So I have 2 things of paint pens that I brought over here. This is like, I don't know if Thule sells this anymore, but it's the greatest little carrying case. And I've given these away before, but it came with, there's the thin line and then the thicker broad tipped ones. And there's a couple of fine liners, which apparently I was using it and it's not back in here. There's those. And then I also brought over my brush pens from Thule Art, because they have some really good color selections that are kind of fallish appropriate that I was thinking of. I just used these the other night, so they should be nice and cooperative. But like the brush pens are pretty cool because they are, I should get the yellow one so it doesn't blend in with my skin. They have a tip on them, like a brush tip. And these ones, you don't have to shake and prime them and do all the pushing and stuff. They're pretty cool. So I thought of something and it just left my head, but it's gone. So I think I have to decide on my colors here and how I'm going to delineate things. I think I'm going to do my pumpkin with orange and yellow. Get a little tester pad here so I have something to kind of just make sure, yep, everything's working. I'm going to go alternating orange and yellow. The other thing that's nice about the brush tips is that you can get kind of detail-y with the tip part, because it's nice and thin. And then here, so, but they are kind of thick and crazy. So let's try, I'm gonna have to correct kind of how this is coming out, I think, a little bit, but test that guy. Some stripes in here, and I'm also going to outline in black, so that also helps. Oh my goodness, the cat is losing her mind and just jumped on the back of the chair. Daisy, get down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys. Stop. It's not playtime. Apparently it is. Stop, you two. Sorry about that, guys. I can't control what happens in this house. Wild animals, I'm telling you. Our pumpkin lines are looking kind of funky. Where did my... Well, they look kind of funky on here too. I'm going to leave this here as kind of a reference. That'll help me. They're a little bit chunky and fat in weird ways on this too. So give me an outer in here. Let's see. Good grief. Daisy, Daisy, crazy Daisy. And then I'm going to make the top and the bottom of the cup orange. I'm going to tie it all together since pumpkin spice, it's all about the orange. Oh my gosh. You nailed that. The cat zoomies. That is accurate. I'm still trying to adjust to this whole cat thing because never had cats growing up. And we have Benji, the little Yorkie that we've had since 2012. He's been around for a while and he's very cuddly. She is not very cuddly, which I'm told is normal for cats. She was when she was a kitten, but not so much now. So cats are kind of, they have a funny attitude. Let's put it that way. Or at least ours does. I am told there are cuddly cats, but I don't know what the secret is to finding one. But she does get the zoomies for sure. That is accurate. But you can see these brush pens are really fun. And then something nice you can do if you have a thicker spot that you need to fill up, you can kind of lay the pen down and it'll give you broader strokes. See how that was like really thick? So that's kind of nice. I also think these are really handy for taking on the go. Like if you have to fly, you don't have to worry about the like the pens exploding. You don't have to worry about the shaking and the priming and like that pressure that builds up in them. You just take them. You just set it and forget it. You open them up and go to town and there they are. I think I am going to need a couple of coats here because they are, I don't have gesso or any kind of base coat here, so it's going directly on the rock. So I'm adding some extra coats. And you can see how it kind of brightens things up with that extra coat. And we could even go so far. I'm going to pull a green, a small one out here, and just give a little, we'll make the pumpkin accurate here with a green doodad. And for the white, try the brush pen. The nice thing about this too is you see they give you 2 whites and they give you 2 blacks. One of the reasons I like Thule art is I think they think of the little things. They give in the regular paint pens, they give extra nibs. So if you somehow mess it up, you know, because rocks are rough surfaces, so you might mess it up, right? They give extra nibs in each package. Oh, this one needs to be primed a little bit more. So yes, I said they don't need to be primed, but sometimes you have to color with them to get everything to come out. Let's see here. Yeah, they send extra nibs. They have really pretty colors. They have good coverage. I think, in my opinion, they have better coverage than the Posca pens, but Posca's kind of the OG original. They were the first, at least the first ones I was aware of when I started painting rocks pens. And the one Posca thing that Thule has not come out with that I love is these Posca PC1 MRs. You guys see me use these all the time because they have this tip, whatever that tip is, however they make this tip, they're very smooth for writing. They're my favorite to write with. Hopefully, I mean, I'm happy to support both companies. Doesn't matter to me, as long as it's not too expensive. So we'll get a first coat of white on here, like that. And then let's start maybe with our whipped cream a little bit. Oh, my cinnamon sticks. That's what I forgot about. Can't see those as well. We'll have to add those. Maybe I'm actually going to add those first because, oh, I don't have a brown in here. I thought I had a brown in here, but I don't. So this is a really basic color one. Also good to take traveling because it's so self-contained. But I do have, let's see, this one looks kind of browny. Pulling out a couple because I'm not sure what I'm going to want for the look. Oh, that's gold. I don't want gold. For sure not gold. This one's kind of sandy. I I think I'm going to go with the darker one because Citivid sticks are quite dark. Let's see what we got here. There we go. All right. I'm just going to freehand these because they didn't show up and I'm kind of going off the side of the rock a bit here. So I'm going to just add them in and we'll see how it goes. My Tabitha said she loves her PC1MR too. I love them too. I buy them in bulk in white and black because I use them so much. Those are the main colors that I use, but you can get them from, it's called Durable Supply Company is the most affordable place I found them, but you have to buy quite a few of them. But you buy them and then you don't have to buy them for, I can't remember the last time I bought them actually. I think it probably was more than a year ago. So whatever I bought enough to keep myself stocked. So that worked. Okay, so now we have cinnamon sticks. We will survive here. I am also going to see if I can get in here and gift you guys a membership since we're like 24 minutes in. Let's see if we could gift a membership. That's the fun part. And I found it. Okay, I'm going to gift a membership, and I think it's going to show up for you guys in the chat. You'll see it. And I don't know if you get to claim it or if YouTube automatically like picks a winner for it, but we'll see. So you guys will have to let me know. You can see it at the top of the chat. There's a little present up there, one gift. So I don't know how that works, if you have to click on it and claim it, whoever's quickest, or if it's going to assign it to you, but we'll see how that happens. David likes his uni pins for writing. Yes, that company is in general, I think, pretty good for, I think a lot of people that do like the journaling and bullet journaling and anything that's kind of creative and artsy, they're a good company for pens. So yeah, I don't know what you guys have to do with that gift, but see what happens. Let me know whoever gets it so we can celebrate. But that'll give you 1 month to the Rockstars membership. And we will have some fun with it. And you'll get a traceable next month. So let's fill in the whipped cream. This is obviously not the best coverage, like I said, just yet, because we're directly on the rock and it's going to need a little extra love, just like the orange. When you look at the orange, you can see how come on, focus, how the rock is kind of showing through, and it's not as like bright and beautiful. So let me go there, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to just use this uni pin for I'm not going to leave the white. I'm just going to make it solid black for I guess it's the edge of the cup, maybe. Or maybe I will. Let's see. But the rock would be showing through, which would be kind of weird. Oops. Thinking it probably should be white or... Hey, cat, go away. She keeps attacking the poor dog. Poor dog's an old man. Oh, good. Okay, Tammy got it, right? I don't know. I'm guessing Tammy got it because Tabby's congratulating her. So, yay for that. Yay. Whoever got it. Yay for memberships. Hooray, hooray, hooray. I'm going to see if I can find like a white that's not quite white. Maybe this is kind of like a cream color. And we'll fill in, I'm going to wait till that black dries, but we'll fill in the coffee cup and call it kind of a cream colored doohickey there. But while we're waiting for that, let's just move around and start darkening this up. I have a confession, because fall coming in, I immediately wanted to jump like right into Halloween rocks like I had. That's all I wanted to do. Then I felt guilty because I've always done some sort of like fall design. I thought, I gotta do something. So I have a video that I think I'm going to be able to get out by this afternoon. I meant to do it yesterday and just time is a pain. It's in my way. But I'll give you guys a sneak peek because I have the rock right here. But the video is for this little one, a little scarecrow. There's your sneak peek. That'll be coming out this afternoon. You can keep your eyes peeled for it. I wonder why I can't see who got it. I can't tell, but hooray. Oh, there it is. I see it. Now I see it on the other one. It won't let it in my streaming software, but in the regular live stream, I see it. So congratulations, Tammy. I'm glad you got it because you are very active and always commenting, and I know you're around. There are a list of you. It's a growing list of you that I recognize your names because you're here all the time. And David and Tabby, you guys have been here from the very beginning. The very, very beginning, which is just crazy. The other thing I'm trying to work on, and it just keeps, it's more work than I thought because I want it to be very comprehensive, is I realize we're, 4.5 years in on this channel, and I have no video of like, if you just stumble across this hobby and know nothing about it, like how to get started, what's the basics, what it's about, basic supplies, sealing, best practices for painting, hiding, all that stuff. I don't have a video about that, which is kind of funny that we're 4.5 years in. So I'm working on it. And I think it does get kicked to the side a lot because I jump and I want to do, a certain design or something like that. That's not, it just jumps right into it. So it keeps getting put to the side. But I am working on it slowly so that people that are new to it, or if you know someone you wanted to introduce to it, you could share it with them. And hopefully it'll be nice and just full of lots of little knowledge nuggets, I guess, about how to get started. Because there are a lot of questions, and people want to know. My pumpkin looks really funny. I mean, this pumpkin looks a little silly and cartoony too, but mine feels like it looks. I'm going to kind of pull in here and try and clean it up a bit because the shape of it is making me. I know that live streams is where the phrase "embrace the imperfection" came from. It came out of one of these live streams. But sometimes I'm not as good practicing what I preach as I should be. I think the other thing I'll do when we're done is I'm probably going to add some glitter paint to the whipped cream. But I did not bring that over here with me, so that won't happen until after we get off. I keep leaving brush marks in these. Oh, that's sweet. You send people my way for questions. Thank you. That's sweet. Although I feel like the imposter syndrome is very real because I have no idea. Like, I'm not an artist. I'm not classically trained in any kind of art. I don't know what I'm doing on the official. I am just a chronic doodler is what I like to say. I like to create things and have gotten better over the years just because of, when you do it more, you get better at it. But I'm definitely not, I don't consider myself a real artist. And I know many of you have argued that with me before, but, I just like doing this. And I'm glad you guys come along to hang out. Okay. I'm going to darken up the orange again because orange and yellow, of course, these colors they're tricky to get really good dark coverage on because they're lighter. So it does help in a normal setting. I use gesso. Here's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to squish some paint out. And just kind of use the brush tip to spread it out. Like that. Give it a little bit of love. hopefully everyone's having a good start to fall. I'm assuming everybody's back to school by this point. I know we started pretty early compared to a lot of you, but we're in, I think, our 4th week of school. I've lost track. But things are definitely moving along. Sammy's already had a major fundraiser at elementary school, and my big son has his JROTC. He does the Raider team. It's kind of like, I guess, like the athlete part of it, where they do obstacle courses and a 5K, and it's so they have meets that we go to, and we have the first one next weekend for that. And then my daughter has her driver's test next week, so yay for that. Everybody cross your fingers that she passes, because she has a job and it's been kind of crazy trying to transport everyone where they need to go. So just cross your fingers. And Mom, I know you're on here. Yes, we had to reschedule the test again. Kimberly says you've been painting rocks for a while, and then I'm one of your favorites. Oh, you're so sweet. Down to earth and nice person. Oh yeah, so you could see a use for the video too. Okay, you guys are helping me light a fire to get it done. I have some work travel this week where I'm going to be on a plane for 4 hours total, coming and going, and so I can work on it then. I'll put some effort in today to make sure I have all the video parts that I need, and then I can edit on the plane, which is kind of cool. I don't know if you guys know it, but I do everything on my phone. I am not one of the fancy YouTubers that has a big setup. You're looking at a webcam right now that I got for Christmas for live streaming, but all of the videos are done on my phone. And in all honesty, a lot of that has to do with convenience more than it does like that I don't want a better setup. Like that would be cool. But when I started the channel, it was during COVID, right? It was during the shutdown. That's why I started it. And so we were home. I was on remote work, and the kids were full distance for school. And my husband was working at the local hospital, which was a crazy place to be during the early days of COVID. But I did it because, you have your phone. They have pretty awesome cameras on them. And then it was more the editing, because when it's on your phone, you can take it and you can do it wherever you are. So like I would be editing while I was waiting for the water to boil for spaghetti, or, you're waiting at a doctor's office or the dentist or whatever. So I pull it out at very random times. And I'm able to work on it because it's on my phone, not on, a fancy camera and a computer software to edit. So that's kind of why I keep doing it that way. And I don't really have plans to change because I like it. So, oh my gosh, no, not trained at all in art. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. Funny story, I took a correspondence course in art my senior year in high school because I was short that credit for whatever reason. And one of the assignments was that I was supposed to draw my own hand. And I did such a bad job. I mean, I guess it wasn't terrible. It just didn't look like my hand. It looked like my dad's hand. It looked like a man's hand. So it was pretty bad. So this is a story that we laugh at a lot, but I had a friend, he's still my friend now, but he was a high school friend who was an amazing artist, and he kind of helped me clean it up and make it look a little more like my own hand instead of my dad's hand, because good grief, it was bad. So yeah, that's the extent of my art training. Was a correspondence course in high school, which isn't even a thing anymore. Like they don't do courses by mail. Now you hop on the internet and do it, Oh, Tammy, thank you so much. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you got it, because you're so active on the channel. So I'm glad it went to somebody, which usually it's the active people that show up for the live stream. So that makes sense too. My writing has been a practice. If you go back to the beginning, it's been a practice, right? That's what I keep telling you guys when you get frustrated. You gotta practice. That's all I can tell you is just find what works for you too. I'm not trained in that either, but I do have some books that I got off Amazon and just trying to work with your natural writing as much as you possibly can. Because you can kind of dress up your own writing, right? Like, let's play for a second. So if I write my name, just oops, with a Posca, just normal, right? So what's one way I could dress it up? I could add the little notches on the end. It's a very similar, or just a simple thing you can do that now makes it look cooler, right? And I wrote fast. If you slow down and write your name, you can kind of make sure things are even, and you can make your eye into a heart. And so yeah, it's just kind of, I say start with what you have. Start with your own writing and go from there, because then you're not trying so hard to learn something new. Sometimes it's overwhelming for people. Sometimes it's exactly what people want to do. I think if I had more time, I would be all over different classes and, things to train me in various things. Or like, I remember when I was a kid, toll painting was a really big deal, or it was a really popular thing for people to do. And I think that would lend itself really well to rock painting, is kind of the concepts, because you saw it it was like on wood and cabinets, and people did the toll painting on all kinds of stuff. So that is, I think, very useful. I don't know if there are classes on it still like there was then, because it was so popular. I'm a natural doodler. Oh, thank you. I do like to doodle. You should see some of my notebooks at work. If a meeting gets boring, I'm a doodling for sure. Oops. Disconnected my line a bit there, but let's fix that. All right, so our little pumpkin spice is coming together. I'm not quite sure what to do with my pumpkin, because this pen I think is going to be too thick. So I'm probably going to pull out that fine liner and do it with that, because it needs some definition and love. So there's that. I am going to add some glitter paint to the whipped cream for sure. But I'm going to pull out this fine liner, and I think this is the 005, and the other one is, ooh, that does not want to focus, does it? The other one is a 1.0, I think. So this is the really, really fine one. So it may or may not like this. Oh, no, it's going to work. It's going to give us some really fine outlines, which is good, but it's not super good for correcting the craziness of if the thing is too bumpy and you want to use the outline to kind of fix it. I'm not going to do the greatest job of that, so I may correct it after with another pen. Sorry, I can't talk and talking right at the same time. Let's see. So this is kind of done. Do we want to write on it is the question. I didn't really leave good spots to write, but we could go sideways. Another thing I'm probably going to do with the folk art glitter is add some steam coming off of it up here, just really nicely. Would you like to say hi?
Yeah.
Sammy came to say hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
He's just getting over a little bit of a cold, so he's got the sniffles, but he is doing better. Let's do, so the original thing that I cut out on the traceable had this, it's pumpkin spice season. Obviously that wasn't going to fit here, but we can still write the same thing. We could Yes?
Good job.
Thank you. I'm trying to figure out how I want to write on this. If I want to go around the bottom or off the side.
Oh, I know you do.
I think I like this guy. Pumpkin spice.
No.
Stop. What? Too late. What?
You should have.
It
is
pumpkin. Pumpkin?
Spice season.
Oh, okay.
On both sides. On different sides.
Oh, well, let's see.
So, pumpkin spice season. It is pumpkin spice season.
Oh, cool.
Wouldn't that work?
That would work.
We never did that. We really never did.
Okay, I'm writing pumpkin and I'm not talking because I don't want to mess it up.
But you're talking right now.
Okay, I got the pumpkin on there. It's very light because it's the first coat, but and let's see. Now, I did not leave good room here, but let's go with spice. I want to make sure I can put my P going down. Or maybe we won't even write the season part. We'll just write pumpkin spice. It'll fit here. Ugh, pen. I need to prime this pen some more. Shake it up. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm not sure I completely understood what was being instructed to me, but we'll go with it. This pen to give me some more juice. It's trying to die on me. And I know these pens have plenty in them. And when I put resin on this rock, it will darken up. The rock part will darken up. Like if I have, see what happens when it gets wet. Well, not too much. Not too much, but enough that the design will show better. And then I will just thicken up my downstrokes. That is the secret to faux calligraphy. Anywhere that your pen was going in a downward motion, you thicken up that side of the letter. I'm going over all of it too, just for the thin parts too, because this pen is dying. I may not be able to finish this on here because my pen's dying. Oh, he has got his own sort of creativity for sure. Definitely does. He is getting back into his powwow dancing, and that's a big deal right now. So we're busy getting ready for the next powwow, and that's kept me a little bit away from the videos too, because Daddy is making the regalia, and I have been working on some of the beadwork. It's definitely time consuming, but there are different places. I guess I use my time creatively. So I edit when the spaghetti water is boiling, and then I'll take the beadwork to the actual powwow or somewhere where I can't paint or edit, which is fun. Thickening up these downstrokes a little bit. I might have to give a little bit of cleanup when we come back for glitter, but I think this pen, another thing you can do with the pens, or that you should do, and I am not always good about doing it, is cleaning them off with a damp paper towel after you use them. It helps with the paint like drying and getting caked on there, and I think that's a little bit of my problem right here, is the paint. It just needs a little, like a wipe off to make it come out, because it's just not coming out as bright as I want, but that's okay. Let's get spice in here. I'm going to shake this pen up a little bit more. Get spice on here, and we should be good to go. Well, there, now it's coming out. Now we're cooperating. Also doesn't help to be down the side of the rock, but you know, it's what we've got for the moment. So I will definitely post a picture of this once I've got it all cleaned up and a little bit brighter and resin and a little bit of glitter and all the fun. But we've been on almost an hour, so I'm going to let you guys have the rest of your Sunday back. But thank you so much for coming to hang out. It's been fun. I will do my best not to go 5 months without live streaming. I don't know how that happened. It just got away from me. So, but I probably will not happen as much because, I mean, I won't skip it as much because this kind of the BER months, they call them, the BER months, the September, October, November, December. There's a lot of fun designs to do this time of year because of all the holidays and stuff. So I think we will be, oh, cool. Your husband and son are leaders in the Boys Brigade. So it's kind of like Boy Scouts, I'm guessing. And you do rock painting with them. So you need some ideas. Oh, awesome. Cool. All right. Well, I guess you're in the right spot, right? Like this is where it is. So stay tuned. Of course, thank you for stopping in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations, Tammy, on the membership. And you guys stay warm or cool, depending on what your weather's doing right now. And keep your eyes peeled because this guy's going to be out this afternoon. Okay? All right. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.